You're now tuned in to Two Queens and a Fat Guy podcast.
And we rolling.
Welcome to Two Queens and a Fat Guy podcast with myself, Jacky B, Miz Korona, and Fatt Father.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hi.
that was like the beginning of a little book or some shit. Book. Yeah.
We are a book. What the hell is in your cup, Fats?
Oh, I'm just over here having a good time. I'm just happy to be alive, man.
You got a hot toddy?
No, this is just straight green tea. But I went to the gym today, and I'm feeling good. I'm motivated. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing though, because I work out so hard, yet I'm still so fat. But
really, you shrinking? You are shrinking. Shut your ass
up. Your shoulders starting to look like this.
His shoulders are so little.
It's like you start off like, and now your shoulders are
really.
But you know what though?
My back
be walking like
my back bigger than yours.
Nah, hell nah. My back got neighborhoods. Like I got
it's a couple of streets on my back too, Fat.
No, I got highways and exits. Like my back.
I exit.
Look, my back is oh my god.
I got a cul-de-sac. That's it.
Say what?
A cul-de-sac. Just one little.
You say you got.
I thought you said something else. I was about to say, oh damn, you went all the way, huh?
What you thought I said? Some freaky shit, nigga. No.
No, I'm just saying.
Topic, man. Cause you know, I ain't even fucking with you tonight.
I feel good today.
That's beautiful.
I promise you, this got to be something else in the fucking cup.
No, it's not. It's not. But look, we want to tell all of our viewers that today we talking about the white people revolution, and how it was televised.
White people revolution.
and we spelling it. You know how we spelling it. White people revolution. They upset.
White people.
They are totally. They out here talking about our freedoms will not be taken, and like they actually got the nerve to be saying this to some black people. You like,
because they want to have something, because the blacks have something.
You know, every time.
Gays got something.
You know, every time.
Mm-hmm.
The Hispanics have something. The white people gotta have something that they gotta fight for.
You know what's crazy?
Because America hasn't given them every motherfucking thing already.
No, they took it. So they felt like nothing was given to them because they took it all. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm like,
right.
You ever been in a mall and you just see like a grown looking white child just throwing a tantrum and cussing their mama and daddy, fucking mother, that's how all of them, that's all that they were.
Yeah.
When they stormed the Capitol, it was just grown white babies.
Yeah.
Throwing hissy fit. I was just looking at this shit like, y'all some sore ass losers. You mad because you lost. We've been losing for ages.
Now and now that you say that
we've been losing forever.
Man, still losing.
But they're not even mad about losing now. Do you realize that? Because they're still storming the Capitol with Confederate flags. Like they still salty.
And it's white people against white people. And y'all fought to keep the goddamn Confederate flags out of the goddamn Capitol in the first place.
Right. So, I mean,
unbelievable of it all.
I'm actually just sitting back, kind of enjoying the show because this has nothing to do with us.
Nothing.
That's how I feel.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
no, that's
And
nothing.
I just feel like they, Trump is an asshole. We all know that.
Yes.
But I
Yeah.
also feel like he made them take the sheets off and put on the MAGA hats.
For sure.
So now we can see
Yeah.
their faces.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they were so happy to have some new headgear that they didn't even pay attention to the sheets were for you to hide.
Right.
You done
Right.
let this motherfucker talk you up out of the sheets. And now your dumb ass is getting caught and indicted and sitting back and going to prison because you
Yeah,
thought he was
man.
gonna go down there with you.
Hey, because he said it. I'm going to be right there
Yeah.
with you. We're going to go down there together. And his motherfucker gets on the news like,
Motherfucker was safely tucked away in a warm tent drinking cocktails.
Went to the crib.
So,
man.
No, that's the crazy part.
here's my thing.
The tent wasn't even happening during the Capitol hookup. They just showed that to try to make
Right.
him look fucked up. He was at the crib.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Either way it goes, do we think that there will be anything done or he'll pay for what he's done?
No.
As far as just that incident, we know he's not nothing's gonna happen to him for the fucked up way that he's ran the United States into the goddamn ground.
No, he said he's the best president, and he's the best president in history of America.
We know that his narcissism is saying that shit.
Yep.
But again, with all I got a ton of woke friends who don't believe anything. They don't even believe any of this happened. And that's why I was talking about the groupthink situation.
Yeah.
With our past 3 presidents, with Bush, even with Clinton.
Yeah.
But definitely Bush, Obama, and Trump himself.
Now break
like
that
what
down
I was what was I saying to you? So I was saying that the powers that be, we know Bilderberg, the real folks that rule the world, not these fake ass presidents that this shit that we be having and voting for and exercising our rights and cussing each other out on the internet about, because it is your right to vote or not to. With Bush, he was a blundering fucking idiot. We know that, right? He didn't even want to. That motherfucker wanted to paint. He's an artist, really. That nigga wanted to sit in the back of his house and paint horses and trees and grass. And Obama just wanted to.
He's like the family goof off.
I'm listening.
Yeah, like Bush is the family
he was
goof
the party.
off.
He was the party guy. Yeah. Alcoholic. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't want to do this politics shit.
No.
He did it so that his father can, continue on with the power that he had with the war, the Gulf War, right?
Yeah.
And then Obama, of course, he's black. So, but I was saying he was the lesser evil of the blacks because he's a mixed black man.
Right.
And then now we got Trump, who's the businessman who just completely fucked us. But we knew he was gonna fuck us because he fucked his own family.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, because no man would ever speak about his daughter.
Oh my gosh.
Like he did. Like in
his daughter's city. Right. Like he was talking about, he would basically, I would fuck her if that wasn't my daughter. Or I wish her titties were bigger, or you see she's got a nice rack.
Yeah. Yeah. And like no father in this world would that even cross
None that
your
I've met.
mind. Like, well, I
None
ain't
that
even
I
gonna
have
say
met.
no
Most
father in this
fathers
world because
want
there's some dirty ass fathers.
Yeah, for sure.
But
six
I'm
months
saying
out here.
no real father. That
Right.
wouldn't even cross his
Right.
mind. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're right. You're right though. It has been somebody put in there in every situation to control one group or the other. Or to, I don't know if you
Yeah.
want to use the word motivate or encourage, but
Or just the masses. Masses, yeah, to encourage
yeah.
either way, to swing the pendulum either way. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And then when I look at like he just be whispering shit, like all the time. He just says little slick shit. But I peep that he says it in a way that he can back out of it sometimes.
Cool.
For sure.
Trump.
Yeah, he got a code switch.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he could say, like, if you listen to that speech he gave before they marched to the Capitol, he did say peaceful protest.
Yes.
But after that, he
So
said
he can
fight like hell. Which one is
fight
it?
like hell? Or this nation will no longer be yours.
Yeah.
Now, I also have friends who don't even believe any of this shit. They really don't think like this all fake.
So they don't even think
all of
Trump
this shit
is
is
on
fake.
no racist shit. They don't think that at all.
Well, they we know he's a bigoted fucking blundering ass racist to the core of his core.
Right.
But I don't think they believe that anyone really stormed the Capitol building.
Oh.
Now, I do believe that the Democrats played a part in it. I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe they played a part in it on the
They
strength
all
of they knew what was
same
going to
bird,
happen.
different wing.
Yeah, and they knew what was going to happen, so they purposely didn't scale up security. They wanted it to go extreme because if it goes to the extreme, it makes the enemy look bad. So I think they took the opportunity to say, hey, let the motherfuckers get in. We got tunnels.
Yeah.
We got safe places to go. They'll never get to us. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it.
Right.
If those escape routes were there, if those tunnels were there, those safe rooms were there, why would you ever take the time to hide under a chair and put on a gas mask?
Right.
The first train of security should have been get them out of here. You don't hide under a chair knowing that you have a safe room.
Right.
That was
which
just
I'm sure has been practiced forever.
Yeah.
Even a safe route has been practiced forever. But then that's why people are saying they don't believe that it's real.
I haven't seen anybody say that they don't believe it's real. So that's an interest. I would have liked to hear, their reasoning for feeling like it's not real. But
well, the woke folks.
Yeah, I don't really hang around
super woke.
Once the hip hop venue shut down, I don't be around the walkies.
Right.
Gotta put the knife choppers away and patchouli and chew sticks and shit.
No non-choppers for you. No sage.
I'm gonna sage and I'm gonna chopper, but just not with the whole. Yeah, peace.
Okay. No DeGerms?
Nah, DeGerms.
First of all, them DeGerms.
That was
that deal. Almost died smoking them shits.
The germs.
But what else is funny to me is that the ones who are getting arrested, like they got these weird ass demands that are being met, like the dude with the horns that we talked about.
Yeah.
He wasn't eating
the organic food though.
Fed organic food, and they
Yeah.
started providing him organic meals. How many folks that's in prison for some shit lesser than that was probably vegan or whatever that had to give up veganism because
or just denied basic health care.
Yeah, this motherfucker
Basic health care.
Man.
Like a tampon or a pad. Just
Right.
or a pair of underwear, clean underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this motherfucker in jail, he just got caught here in jail, still throwing the tantrum. I'm not gonna eat because it's not organic. I'm gonna tell my mom to tell.
And they didn't let him stop. You know they're giving him the organic food.
Yes,
they're not gonna let him starve.
I know they're giving him the organic food. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mom's like, you know, he's not
because we live in a fucked up place.
He's not eating because they're not feeding him any organic meals. I'm like, oh god.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Let me tell y'all, at some point, I'm not even gonna pretend. At some point, you know, I don't have regular television at my house. You know, I got a lot of apps. Mm-hmm. So Instagram and you know, you see a lot of things online. Like, you know, I watch CNN on you know, little apps online or whatever. Sometimes. Mm-hmm. But it was just so much bullshit. I just had to stop even clicking on the things. Because because just, you know, I mean, and everybody touched on it in the media, you know, it seemed like that was their the opportunity to get the black folks to, well, you know, everyone's saying if it was black people, what is your take? And then they throw the reel to the black person and they get a input or whatever. You know, but I was so sick of it. I'm like, man, are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's no comparison to why black folks was out there doing peaceful protests and marching, you know, and why they was doing.
And even if it wasn't peaceful, we were out there marching because we're getting murdered for absolutely nothing.
Right.
And yeah, like, so it's definitely no comparison. But with all that said, I want to introduce our guest for today.
Ooh, first guest on the show.
Yeah, and he actually has a new book that he just released that, you know, y'all could get on Amazon. It's audio, paperback, digital, everything. It's called Thug Life: A Lust for Destruction. He also released an album as well, Black Sage, with the book. So, to all of our viewers out there, we would like to introduce the what are some words to describe this man? Throw him out there. Throw a couple. Y'all throw a couple.
I said crazy. No,
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I grew up with like we both did, really.
I can't say crazy.
Well, you know,
in a good way.
I'm not gonna say crazy. I don't know him well enough to say crazy.
He's a multifaceted, eclectic philosopher.
Yeah, he's,
you know,
geniuses are crazy.
Did you say thug philosopher?
Yeah. So we would like to welcome Mr. Charles Lovjoy to the show. Yeah. What's up, brother?
What's the word?
First of all, man,
I
just hope you got on pants, bro.
Well, I was thinking that.
What up, sis?
What up, bro? Can I ask you something? Are you doing this on your phone?
Yeah.
You flip it.
Flip it.
Yeah.
What you mean flip it?
Turn it sideways.
Oh, sideways. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, bet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about you ain't want to see my face or some shit.
Oh no. You're my little brother. I love you, man.
That nigga said flip it. I'm like, what?
No, congratulations on the new book and album release and everything.
Thank you, baby.
Man, this is the only cat I know that comes on to an interview rolling weed though. Like
y'all caught me off guard. I was trying to hurry up and hit it before y'all came on.
Man, but look at the poster to the right though.
Right.
Y'all can see all that.
Are you?
Y'all can't see that. Can y'all?
Man.
Yeah, we can.
Well, how did I just say look at it? Man? You just wanted to show us the whole picture, man. Put the
Did not say eclectic.
You're right. Crazy. Like we was just describing you, man.
Y'all is crazy, man. Hold on, I gotta turn this cup around. I don't want to be promoting McDonald's.
Man, we clearly know what that is, though. And you first, let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you this question for all of the black people out there. Did you just go to McDonald's? Or is that a part of your everyday kitchen gear?
This is kitchen gear.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
First of all,
hey, we got like 10 of these just individual.
Yeah.
Dog.
I got one from each spot. I got a Burger King one. I got Wendy's, and I got a McDonald's boy.
Yep.
I got a whole collection of 7-Eleven cups.
Oh,
like
Slurpee joint.
Yes.
Slurpee,
yes.
yeah.
Because I wash them and store them away for future use.
Exactly.
Hey,
dishwasher full of them joints.
I don't put them in the dishwasher. You just giving them too much of the VIP treatment. I gotta still let them know they hoe ass cups. I don't want them to think they are part of the VIP cups. Like you still gotta know your place. You a hoe ass cup.
This my VIP cup, dog.
Hey man, but look, man. So we was just talking about the book, man. Thug Life, A Lust for Destruction. I wanna first
yes, sir.
ask, how did you come up with the title? What brought the title up?
Well, first and foremost, you know I'm like the biggest Tupac fan ever. And like, you know, like a lot of people when they say they fans of Pac, they be kind of like fans of, you know, he was a Gemini, they be fans of the other side. I'm fans of both sides, but I'm more of a fan of his activism and his like deep philosophy. I'm more of a fan of that part. So I kind of ran with the acronym that he used, the hate you give little infants fucks everyone. Right. So that's why I came with the subtitle, Thug Life, A Lust for Destruction. Because if you really break it down, when Pac said that, he said he didn't create Thug Life, he diagnosed it. And I just was blowed as fuck one day. I'm like, man, that's some deep shit though. You know what I'm saying? I got to thinking, because, you know, I watch like a lot of serial killer documentaries. And then I watch, you know, like hood movies. And then we all got like, you know, people in the hood that we see go down the wrong path and unfortunate things happen to them. So I just really got to thinking about it like, shit, that shit was the truth though. Like the hate that you give people when they infants, you know what I'm saying? That hate festers, you know what I'm saying? It's a lust for destruction. It's basically how I came up with it.
So what I know Jackie had a good question. I'm gonna let her ask it because
Okay.
but it was very great question.
So I just wanted to know because I'm actually gonna get the book tomorrow. I'm gonna order the book tomorrow.
Okay.
I was interested in the title, but I was also interested in a few things. One, what events or in your life made you want to explore the topic or the title of your book?
Well,
And then, do you think you have any type? I'm sorry. Do you think you have any solutions
yeah, I discussed
for the lust of destruction?
I discussed a bunch of them in the book, so I don't want to give away too many, secrets. But I discussed it in great detail in the book, and I believe
Mm-hmm.
the number one solution is actually a couple of solutions. One is
Okay.
respect, love, and just basically respect for other cultures. Because a lot of people we black, a lot of people hate us. They don't even know us. They just say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, he black." They stereotype you off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Without even like getting to know you or understand. You know what I'm saying? Or like with me,
Yeah.
people look at me. Some people might be like, just off the rip, without even having a conversation with me. They just might be like, "Oh, he a gangster," or "He this," or "He sell dope," or
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, just all the preconceived notions. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to cut those out. And I just really got this thing where like people hate you and don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy to me.
I
Like
agree. Yeah, I
I would
agree.
never understand it.
Now, I just got a question on that though. Do you think though that we need to get more acquainted with ourselves and get to know
Yeah.
ourselves, and that's the way we become strong enough to embrace other cultures on that level? Because it's kind of hard to have the focus to even try to understand if you have yet to understand self.
This is very
Yeah.
true. This is very true. And in a lot of cases, it's unfortunate that it's very unfortunate that a lot of people like they won't even take the time to try to learn themselves, let alone care about somebody else. But you're right about that. It starts with self. You know what I'm saying? But at a certain point, like back to what I was touching on the book, when you're an infant, okay, say you have a child, if your life messed up, you know what I'm saying, and you
Yeah.
project all your philosophies and your preconceived notions on this child, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know how like each generation make it worse for the next generation. Cause
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
my mama age, when they was going to school, they didn't have metal detectors. But my uncles and them was
Yeah.
thugs. They was shooting motherfuckers. So when it came to us, we got metal detectors. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just think it starts in the home with the child. You give your child love and teach your child respect and let that child bring that out in the world. But a lot of these kids is growing up with like, you know what I'm saying? No respect, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
Nothing. Yeah.
Corona, you have something you want to say?
Say what you gonna say.
No, I'm saying because I got questions all day. I just didn't want to, what I'm
Hey,
saying.
that's my baby though. I want to congratulate her on her album though. You feel me?
But I'm not gonna pretend like I did it. Like I did the homework. I was supposed to go online and read the excerpt of the book and everything, and you know my own personal business and life got hold of me. So, I'm just sitting back and honestly, I'm just taking these gems in, but there's some things that I do want to ask, but I don't want to ask those questions and it stray away from what we're talking about right now. So if you have something that's based off what we're talking about right now, then you can ask that.
Okay. So I was just gonna say, just based off what you was just saying, like starting in the home. Now, this is my personal opinion.
Right.
We have to we have to stop looking at the home as the four walls that we live in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The home has to start becoming our community. Because let's be realistic. A
You
lot
gotta
of
break that down for me.
I'm saying a lot of these kids are not going to get what they need within those four walls. Sometimes the kid next door might find what he needs within my four walls. You understand? Whether it's my neighbor's kid, my kid's friend, whether it's my nephew, whether it's my niece, you know what I'm saying?
So
Whoever.
basically, I didn't mean to cut you off. So
Going
basically,
back to the village.
you going with the old cliche, it takes a
The
village
village.
to raise a child.
I mean, it definitely takes when you look at when you even look at the people who are successful or the people that became something, or even the video that was circulating last year of the young man who graduated from high school and they didn't think he was going to make it, and how he jumped out the car and he was saying, "I did it, Miss Johnson, I did." Like, that boy didn't think he was going to get there. They obviously gave him some kind of motivation. And that's not to say that his mother didn't have the knowledge, but sometimes our parents don't have the strand of knowledge that we may need to get us to the next level. That's not taking nothing from them. If they doing what they can do to the fullest extent, then hey, that's what we got at home. But it might be that teacher. Like my 5th grade teacher, I still talk to her to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like she gave me something. She gave me a level of care. She taught me how to play chess. She got me interested in reading books, things my mother wasn't talking about at home. Things my father wasn't talking about when I seen him. She gave it to me. So I do think that we have to start looking at home as our community. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely one of the solutions. It's definitely gonna be group effort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look, you know what's crazy? I remember first meeting Lovejoy, and
shit.
and, and listen, let me tell you, everybody thought he was grown for one because he had a full beard and a chest full of hair and big old afro. And
first of all,
right, I was like, they thought he was a grown.
And he was 10.
He was like, exactly, looking like he was 29. I said, God damn. But so, I remember meeting you and, talking to you, and we chopped it up and, did music together, and, you introduced me to Fatt Father and, a bunch of other folks. Now, my thing is this is not even really a question. It's more so basically just, giving you a round of applause, because knowing the neighborhood that we grew up in, knowing where we came from, I don't know why I just stuttered like that, but knowing where we came from and seeing the man that you have grown into, and I know the musician, I know the rapper, the songwriter, you know what I mean? But now seeing that you write books, bro. And
hey, don't be making me cry on this motherfucking job.
Now go ahead. This is a real zone right here, dog. If you gotta cry, cry.
because you know, and then here's the thing too. Was
that's
funny.
why she started though, because we came from the gutter, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say nigga on here? My bad.
Listen,
oh yeah, anything goes. It's grown folk.
We came from the hood. So, you know, I didn't even know that you had more than one book. You know what I mean? Like this your second book, right?
No, this the first one I put out, but it's the second one I wrote.
Okay. But still, yet and still, you know what I mean? Most people haven't even accomplished that. Like you have hold it up.
Oh, Thug
you
Life.
Have a dog. Who wrote that?
He gonna say the title. Oh, the Thug Life. Nigga, that's the only one there, nigga. What do you
but you know what I'm saying? Like it's
plug it as many times as you want to. That's what you're supposed
to see. It's crazy to see where you come from. I mean, you know, you never compromised who you were. You still crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, I had a whole lot of like I didn't have no excuse because like you say you applaud me, I applaud y'all. You fats like we all come from the same hood. I done watched y'all niggas go on tours around the world, and I'm at the crib like, look at my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? We wasn't supposed to make it out that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm gonna buy the book. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really excited to read it because I want to know. I watch it. If anybody who's familiar with Lovejoy, and y'all follow him on social media, those who gonna be watching it, like you already know what he be talking about on his lives, and you know whatever. He's a character. You know, he's his own person. But I'm really interested in seeing what your perspective is from this book. You know,
yeah.
I think you're gonna feel me. I wrote it from a nigga's perspective.
Now, are you because me and Jacky was having this conversation earlier, and who exactly would you say you're talking to?
Man, I thought about that because you know how like fucking with the game, they always try to put you in the category or what's your target market, and man, I don't give a fuck about none of that.
No, forget marketing. I'm not talking about marketing. I'm saying
who I'm speaking to. Right?
When you was writing, who were you talking to? Who did you feel needed to hear these words?
The message that you have,
the world.
So everybody,
like every race, color, creed, whatever you is, man, woman, child, you know what I'm saying? Like my brain and my heart was really thinking about society as a whole. You know what I'm saying? It is not no separate urban or suburb. It was like when you look at the news and you see how this COVID shit hit. Of course, you know, the media throw bullshit in there like, yeah, it's affecting the black community. But who the fuck you see tearing up the Congress shit? You see white motherfuckers, like they affected too. All of us, the world is affected by certain issues. You know what I'm saying? And this lust for destruction shit is real, bro. Like, you seen motherfuckers fighting over a tissue, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. You fighting over a roll of tissue. And these was all different races. It wasn't just black motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit for everybody, bro.
Yeah, I've never seen people so passionate about wiping their ass.
Wiping their ass.
Because I'm going to tell you like this. Before I fight you over a roll of tissue, I'll just get in the shower and wash my ass.
Yeah,
like that's a
Right.
whole lot simpler than a fight is like cardio. I'm not about to, if I'm going to Walmart, I'm not going to the gym to get cardio. So I'm not about to fight you for some tissue. I'd rather go wipe my ass. Now look, people was fighting and arguing over all of the tissue Meanwhile, I'm buying all of the soap that I want.
Right.
The bar soap was unlimited.
Yeah.
Right.
So all of that was unlimited.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, even
so all that.
Thinking about the folks who was spazzing out over the daggone Popeye's chicken sandwich. I mean, folks,
right
over that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, seeing a motherfucker get stabbed over a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that somebody was murdered over a fucking chicken sandwich.
The
when you can die from
real. Go home and make. You can go home and make a chicken.
You can go home and make it, and also it's got so much sodium and everything in there.
And it's only what, $5?
So much.
Man, that's a pack of drumsticks.
He got stabbed for $5 worth of chicken, bro.
That's like 27 pies.
But if you think about it, we laughing, but if you think about it, like a whole life was took for a fucking sandwich in America. Like, this ain't no third world country where they got a shortage.
Right.
This America where niggas throw tons of food away every year. So that's what I'm saying. Like, my heart was in this shit when I wrote this shit, bro. Like, just looking at this shit, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm glad that you brought that up too, because you know, you said in America where they throw tons of food away. You know, and like you mentioned earlier, Fatt and I, you know, toured overseas and traveled, and they have a totally different system. They had a totally different system on how they issued out stimulus money to people for them to survive. They had a totally different system of healthcare. You know what I mean? Like when the food is getting old, instead of them throwing it in the garbage, they like, you know, they'll give it away to certain places. You know, I mean, it's so different, and they was laughing at us when the people stormed the Capitol. They're like, "Oh God, you crazy Americans!" Like,
right.
Like, yes, don't come to Canada, don't come to Europe. I'm glad it's a ban because y'all are trying to like. It's embarrassing, bro.
It's real embarrassing, sis. It's crazy.
The difference is between when people be like, "Oh, but Black Lives Matter." No, when people was out there protesting and marching about the Black lives that were being taken away from them for nothing. We had people unified in other countries. They felt our pain. They started doing their own, you know, protest and march, and like all over the world, you start seeing this unity. It's people all over the country that's laughing at these fuckers like y'all just throwing the
Well, the good thing is though, the good thing is that these assholes made it so clear who they were that even those countries laughing are not associating us with it.
Right. Yeah.
Like they made it clear with the Confederate flags and with all of that shit. Like, dig. I'm gonna tell you something about Black people. Even the misled, misguided, slow ones that support this idiot. Listen, it was Black people sprinkled in that crowd, right?
Sprinkled like a motherfucker.
But if you notice though, all of the Black people that I seen were doing something that they could justify in court. I even seen a Black nigga walking up the steps, going in the crowd, but he wasn't hype. And he was talking to another white man as if he could have been saying, man, we don't need to do this shit, man. We need to get the fuck on. He could say that in court. And then it was I seen another Black man standing on the grass, drinking a pop, drinking something. He
just random as fuck.
He just go be like, look, man, I thought we was marching down there to chill and kick it and protest. Like you didn't see no Black people hollering and throwing shit through windows. They was all doing shit that their lawyer could probably get them off on.
Right. Like, generally speaking, Black folks know what time it is when it come to DC and you know how they do us versus how they do everybody else.
Yeah.
That's why niggas was like, hey, I'm gonna sit this one out, homie.
Yeah.
Like,
and then what was crazy, the few sprinkles of pepper that was in that white salt was they probably will get more harsher time still. You know what I'm saying? Because the justice system just still is still not in our business.
Yeah, they'll grab the nigga that had the pop, like, oh, you was drinking the pop. Right. You getting 10 years. Like 10 years, motherfucker?
Right.
God damn.
Yeah.
And it's funny, what if it was an organic pop and now he in jail and this motherfucker get the white dude getting organic meals, but he can't get an organic pop.
Right. Like, yeah, they do us greasy.
Man, it's so crazy, man, when you really look at how all of this shit is working out, man, or just looking at it, like they actually, I just can't get over the fact that they are looking in cameras and looking at people and saying that we're gonna lose our freedom. What the fuck do you mean? They
meant that they was gonna lose their freedom to be blatant racist. They felt like now that Trump is out of there, they got to take the red hats off, put the hoods back on. They felt free
and go back into hiding.
Yeah,
that is true. That is true.
Or there'll be consequences for the things that they do now, as opposed to how it's been ran for the last 4 years.
Right. But let me
and really, Donald don't give one fuck about if you're not a millionaire or a billionaire. He don't give a fuck about you anyway. White, black, yellow, green, orange. He don't give a fuck about none of them people that went down there, especially the hillbillies in the Capitol.
They was listening to their leader though. He was pumping them up like, yeah. The whole justice system and the way we do things is being threatened. Y'all should go down there and tear that bitch up. That's basically what he told them. But they was, they some good sheep.
War.
They was just being loyal sheep.
Korona.
White supremacists usually are very loyal sheep.
What was you about to say?
I was about to say, when Trump got in office, how many of y'all had to delete some of the white folks that y'all thought was allies with us once they started revealing their true colors? I know I had to delete a couple people on social media.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I ain't delete nobody because I like to see what I want to see what people got to say, so I know, like, you know what I'm saying, who fucking with me.
I don't think I've ever believed that one white person is an ally to us, because I believe that every white person has had a moment that they've shown some kind of racism.
Mm-hmm, that's real.
A friend or not.
I deleted a few people, but
nobody.
Why I deleted them, I don't necessarily don't nothing intimidate me. Right. You know what I'm saying, or nothing like that. But what I will always protect is my energy. And when you're on social media and you're scrolling down that page, it could not bother you like directly where you're outraged, but shit can fuck with your energy. My energy, I don't ever want to put myself in a situation where somebody can compromise my energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's already a gamble looking at the everyday post, because you can be in a total happy mood and scroll down
a great mood
and see some bullshit and shit stick with you while you get dressed and walk out the door. So,
and that's one of the very reasons why I did what I did. I mean, there's some white folks who was dancing and shucking and dancing a jig at the venues with us and getting up there and rapping the old days and dancing one of my homegirls, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though. That's the thing that made me appreciate the fact that Trump, he like you said, He gave the motherfuckers the courage to take that damn hood off.
He's
and I was
overt.
Thank you
He
for
didn't
showing
give
me
a
who you
fuck.
are.
He
Fuck out of
didn't give
here.
a fuck.
Fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
But that's why I'm telling you, if you look real close, you see the American flag, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see the baby in the middle.
Yeah.
The baby is all of us. But when you speak on white people, the ones that's racist, because I got some cool motherfucking white friends. I can't lie. Like, we done talked about certain struggles. You know what I'm saying? I got you know how everybody do the ancestry.com and
How
shit.
shoes your cool white friend?
I mean, no, I don't fuck with shoes like that. He my nigga though, but you know.
I'm just talking shit, bro.
Man, I had a dude from Pakistan. You probably know AJ, the one that used to have. He bought the studio from Mark and Jeff on 8 Mile and shit.
Yeah.
He from Pakistan, right? And his homeboy, white boy, cold ass drummer named Shaky. So one night, I was cutting up there, man. We had a deep ass conversation about this shit, like. And AJ being from Pakistan, he was talking about how he got treated bold, like they ain't take him serious. Even Mark and Jeff, they ain't take him serious till he whipped out that bread on their ass, like run that building. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like certain people just relate. Like the old saying, nigga, real recognize real. It's real motherfuckers in every fucking race. And that's who I wrote this book for. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real ass motherfucking Mexicans, Asians, like, and this whole ass Mexicans and Asians. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like black motherfuckers. It's some motherfuckers I fuck with one of my right friends before I fuck with one of these shady motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because you turn your back, they stealing out your motherfucking crib. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me say this too, though. Because I got some white people that I'm, cool with too. That keep it 100. Like, one of my favorite white people is my man Juice. Juice is just 100. You know what I'm saying? He keeps it 100, like for real. And I've actually gotten to know that even more over the past couple of years. But I will say that when it comes to being victimized, like we talking about how it is growing up in the hood and what we come from, like I be looking at, because my daughter, even when she was young, and like I think it was maybe like second, third grade, she was told, hey, you can't play this game. This is for white kids. And she was told such and such don't like you, your big lips and nappy hair. And she was told this by a white kid. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about our trauma and the shit that was done that fucked us up in many ways, look at those white kids. Look at those white kids who grow up hearing their parents say that this group of people is nothing, this group of people is beneath you, or they're up to no good, or look at them, at how they look. But and you think about that, man, to that 5-6-year-old white boy now is storming the Capitol.
Exactly.
But that's the fork in the road too, though, Fatt. That's
exactly,
the
bro.
road that I was talking to you about earlier. The fork in the road or the middle. You gonna take the middle road, or you gonna take the right or left fork? Which one you gonna do?
Yeah, you're right.
Because at a point, you gotta you have to know and try to educate yourself on what's right and what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say I don't believe that any of my white friends have never had a racist moment in their life until they corrected themselves. I don't think anybody is above correction, but I also believe that my white friends will never, ever, ever understand that if I go to the doctor and I have something wrong with me, I could walk out with a hysterectomy and they can still have children. But I can have a hysterectomy just for the fact that I got a racist fucking doctor who doesn't want me to procreate. They'll never understand your struggle.
Also, too, you could go in the hospital and give them an example of your pain. Let they ask you your pain level. You say my pain is at a 14, and they looking at you like,
Yep.
nah, like it's nothing. You know what I mean? Like
It's
they
nothing.
feel like
It's nothing.
yeah, like all the things that our ancestors have been through, like. Oh,
and they wonder why we don't trust that motherfucking vaccine.
like, oh, your pain levels at a 14, you can take it. Your grandmother had her teeth taken out while she was awake. By her slave master. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It's crazy how the difference is. I remember seeing a video that was surfacing from doctors saying that it is a thing in the hospital where Black women will go in there and they're telling them their pain level, whether they're having a pregnancy or whatever, and it just goes unchecked. And through a pregnancy, they either damn near die or some shit like that because they didn't even take it seriously. And they thinking like, oh, they can take this pain. They're like, it's nothing to it. So they don't even take it serious. Like that's really a fucking thing.
Normally you're not going to be taken sick because they absolutely think that we were engineered to take more pain, more stress, more everything. Anything that we've been put through is a part of the group think that I was talking about.
That's why they was scared of that security guard.
Everything.
Yeah, for real.
They had one stick, and his stick was on the floor, and they were scared. He was like, "Back the fuck up, back up." They was like, "He gonna whoop our motherfucker."
They knew had one of them touched him,
he was gonna turn to the Hulk.
It was over.
Yeah,
they think we are Incredible Hulk. They think we are.
I still can't believe. It's hard. It's still hard for me to believe that we actually seen that shit live for real. Because I'm watching TV like, what the fuck is going on, dog? Like, it just seemed like a dream and shit.
Because guess what? The Democrats, and let me make this clear. I am not Democrat nor Republican. I do not give a fuck about their political parties. They did not want to include us in that process. Our ancestors were not allowed to vote until they said, okay, we'll tolerate these niggas. So fuck them all. And even when
they said that, they were still throwing our votes away and shit.
Yeah.
Throwing our shit out.
But they both been taking turns playing us. They all play us. Look, during the damn election, I was watching Trump and Biden commercials, and they were putting niggas up on the platform, up there like we were being auctioned off. Yeah. Oh, such and such has done more for Black people, and oh, Joe Biden loves Black people, and Joe Biden talking about how the damn Black kids used to play with his leg hair. Like, man, if you don't get your punk ass out here.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah.
He did say that shit.
Man, you don't get your punk ass out here. Let me
say that.
Yes, he did.
Man, you gotta send me that shit. I ain't seen that shit.
Wait a minute. As in back in the day when they used to lay infant babies on their feet to cure their illnesses.
Like,
you know that's what they used to do. Wow. Do you know that's what they used to do?
Yeah.
White men would lay babies on their feet, and they said that the Black babies would absorb their illnesses, and that's what they would do to get rid of their illnesses.
That's
what that
I ain't heard that. That sounds crazy.
That's crazy.
But
look that up.
Look though, I gotta ask you this. After we having all of this conversation about a lust for destruction, you over there smoking a Newport 100?
That's because I'm thinking about writing my next book, man. You know, bad habits die hard.
I'm saying though.
That's like the third one he done lit up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
the other one was a joint though. You know, I smoke joints and shit.
You got a Newport and some sage. What is that? What is that combination like?
First of all, this nigga is so emotionally confused right now. This nigga got weed, sage, and nicotine. This nigga don't know. This
he cleared out the space. He cleared that space out.
Describe him perfectly.
That make my mind work, dog.
Did I not describe him perfectly? I described you perfectly, dog. I described you perfectly.
Y'all, that's exactly why y'all want to go get this book. Because as you can see,
that's for sure why I'm going to get the book.
I'm tripping. This motherfucker got like, what is the smell combination like?
Man,
scratch and sniff so I can. What the fuck, bro?
Well, you know the sage overpower all that shit, even the weed. So it'd be like the sage is the strongest of the herb.
But do you have any windows open? Because you know when you like sage, you're supposed to have windows and doors open to get those energies.
First of all.
Yeah, I got this dope on the other side.
That nigga over there smelling like sage, shit, and nicotine. All
where you get shit from though?
Well, because you know the good herbs smell like a skunk or some. You know what I'm saying? Good herb smells bad. So
I got some blue sage. This blue sage smell like ass.
Okay, so you confirm what I said. So
no, but I ain't like the blue sage though. I'm just liking the white sage though.
So why did you buy the blue sage?
I didn't know it smelled like underarms and feet.
Where'd you get it from?
I got it from some.
Blue sage smell like underarms.
That's why it smells like underarms and feet, because that's where they had it at.
I got it. Hold
on. Who had
when
it?
you don't light it, when you just smell it, when you smell it by itself, it smell good. But as soon as you light that motherfucker, man, it be smelling musty as hell. But I got it from some Africans online. I can't remember the website though.
African
man, a nigga named Leo on 7 Mile.
Sorry, I'm editing that out. I'm editing that out.
That shit. That shit.
Dog, did I just say that?
Yes, you did.
Wow. I'm taking that out, dog.
First of all,
she just fucked up my fan base in Africa.
You ain't about to sell nan book in Africa, dog.
Not a damn thing.
I'm editing
you
that
might
out.
as well write X that off your marketing plan, nigga. You better.
You can't even
do you like that, bro. I'm gonna edit that shit out.
Man,
it's good shit. If they can't take a joke, fuck them niggas.
Hey,
you know what I'm
and you just didn't make it no better.
You
done lost China too, nigga.
Motherfuckers too sensitive, bro. Like, why is everybody so sensitive these days?
Everybody is sensitive. Y'all see the article about motherfuckers dragging Denzel Washington's son for doing a movie and having a love scene with a 24-year-old and he's 36 or 37 or something like that. I'm like, it's a fucking movie.
She's an adult.
And she's an adult.
A whole ass adult.
And she signed up to do the movie.
She got a check. She got a check. And he got a check.
Exactly.
And furthermore, she wanted to do that movie so that she could get out of the kid roles that she's been getting.
I'm
still 24 years old.
Man, you know what I'm gonna find a clip on your homegirl Kelly's page where that chick was singing Earth is Ghetto.
Yeah.
Earth is so ghetto.
Earth is Ghetto. That's gonna be our
And I did like the remix that she posted on there.
Yeah, we using that.
That's a dope ass title though.
Earth is Ghetto, that's the title of your next book.
Man, she probably sued the shit out of me.
It's not her. It's not
It's
her
not
song.
hers. Everybody
It's
say
just
Eartha
a
Ghetto.
random saying.
Unless you go,
Oh,
you better go ahead and patent that shit real quick.
Right, I got to trademark it right now while we on the
Trademark it.
podcast. Right now, nigga, on my laptop.
Earth Ghetto than a motherfucker right now.
Hey,
that white people revolution had everybody laughing.
The white people revolution.
The lady said
they always said it wouldn't be that.
The lady said it. She said, well,
"That's a goddamn oxymoron."
With the onion and the towel and shit.
Man,
that was crazy.
I loved her, Elizabeth. Elizabeth was not.
Hey, did y'all see the man? The internet stay winning when they fucking put her in the Animaniacs clip together.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I was dying. I was dying on that shit. I was crying laughing at that shit.
But you peeped the onion in her hand, right? That was the crazy part.
What?
Yeah. She was rubbing her face. She was rubbing the onion in her eye and shit.
So she was capping the whole time?
Man, look, it was so much bullshit. It's so much bullshit going on. That's why I say all of them motherfuckers is everybody, all of them played a part in it. But I will say this though.
Absolutely.
The black people, our revolution is also being televised, but I'm in a lot of proud ways. I will say this, in this past year, I've seen a lot of black people supporting each other.
Yes.
Through all of this bullshit, since Donald Trump has been in office, at the same time these motherfuckers took off those hoods and put on those red MAGA hats, I seen a lot of black people loving on each other more.
Yes.
Although I try to, look out for my people, take care of my people, I've even been even more motivated when I see a black woman in a store or a black dude. Like I just freely and more proudly say, "How you doing, King? How you doing, Queen? Can I help? Oh, you ain't got I got you. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? You need some help with that." Although that's in my character anyway, I've been more. First of all, I don't even know why that nigga holds that up, but I've been even more motivated to do that. So I just want to say, I want to thank those ignorant motherfuckers in a way for giving me just the fuel to really see that it's more that I could even be doing to uplifting my people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Man, that's what I'm saying. It's so many. Like, if you step back and really, like, dig deep, it's so many inspirations you can draw from, like, people you see that's doing good. You know what I'm saying? At a time where they think niggas ain't supposed to be doing good. You know what I'm saying? You look at some of the people in the world that's way, way, way more less fortunate. You know what I'm saying? People done lost jobs, lost homes, lost their whole businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real fucked up. So it's like, it should always be that way. Like, we should always support each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't have to be such a tragedy and shit to make niggas be like, oh, we should love each other. Like, we need to start doing that shit right now. And should have been doing it.
We should have been doing it, but sometimes, I don't know if y'all watched that movie Soul on Disney Plus.
I haven't seen it yet.
I heard it was good though.
The movie was really good, and
it was really good.
And in that animated movie, it touched on some real things that I feel have happened in society and in our world. We get so caught up in everything that is so accessible to us, we take it for granted. So in that film, it was. I don't want to give away the film, you know what I mean? But it was a character in there that everything that they came in contact with, they were just in awe and captivated by it. A lollipop, the little spinning helicopter things that come off the trees, and it made me think about what the pandemic did for us as a society, as the human race. It was like a reset button, the button to sit still and get back in contact and in tune with yourself and in tune with the creator, become more one with your family and connect, and dig deep within. So
Right.
some people connected and understood that. Some people
Right.
still, want to be caught up in the hoopla.
Right.
So, you're gonna have it's gonna be like a scale, where it's almost like the good and bad. You know what I'm saying? The yin and the yang. You got people who really want to see the world propel and move forward after this. So we gonna sit still and do what we need to do and take precaution. And then you got motherfuckers who out there still don't believe that the shit stink and they want to party and do all whatever. But it was just a reset button, you know what I mean? And so those who sat and allowed that to sink in, you start appreciating stuff more, and you realize, yeah, we should have been supporting one another.
Yeah.
This should be natural. It should be, but everybody get caught up in whatever their own world is. So,
Man, I feel like I'm growing up slow as fuck, but yet in the last 3 years I grew up fast as hell. Cause I be looking at shit like I'm on, like, this is my theory about this shit. Like, I don't even believe in good and bad no more. It's just different energies. Like, it's different, like low energy, you got high energy, then you got that mid-range. The motherfucker like me, I can flow high or I can flow low sometimes if a nigga piss me off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's energies though. Like Fatt was saying earlier, like, certain motherfuckers, like, when I look at y'all achievements and shit, like, if I'm at a low place, just being a real nigga, y'all make my shit elevate though. You know what I'm saying? Like, just looking at y'all, I'd be like, damn, if they did it, like, nigga, they from the same area, they went through the same exact shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be doing some shit. And I'm still happy to see y'all doing it. It ain't like, oh, fuck them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been supporting niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers inspire me. Like, seeing a motherfucker do good. You know what I'm saying? Especially, like, from your hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different when you heard of this nigga or you don't know him. Like, you should still be happy for a motherfucker. Yeah. But when you know a motherfucker, like, you like, that nigga really did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be looking at niggas in amazement, like, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like I say, back to what I was saying, the good and the bad, I'm finna try to take them words out my vocabulary and shit, because it's just high and low frequencies. Because on any given day, you could be that bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Any given day, you might feel better. You in a higher space, like, you giving money to homeless motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can be good or bad at any given fucking moment, depending on the situation. You know what I'm saying? So I just believe it's just high and low. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's some bad motherfuckers. I will say this, because I know some niggas who will just say, dog, nigga, I'm about, dog, come on, man. We done been out at parties or been up at the hall and saw a nigga go get his pistol because it was 2 a.m. and it was time to go. And security simply said, it's time to go. And nigga like, well, I don't want to go, so I'm about to kill everybody.
That's the low frequency.
Nah, like nigga, nigga, that's just a bad, horrible motherfucker.
No, but I'm saying, you said it earlier, right? When you were saying, like, motherfuckers within they self, people have to look and take a big look at they self in that mirror. A lot of niggas can't do that. You know what I'm saying? They in a low ass space, bro.
Yeah, bad.
Like, even with the fucking, like, the racist kids that's coming up now, like, they being taught to hate other motherfuckers, and that's making them more fucked up on the inside. Some of these motherfuckers, a lot of these motherfuckers end up killing themselves. They hate you and themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel that.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
it really, I agree with both. I agree that is high and low frequencies is about energy, but I do also believe that some people they just
ain't gonna never be in the high frequency.
They just got a bad. Their soul is not even right. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. Like, I mean, it's just some people who just ain't right. You know what I mean? They just not right. For real.
And
just
don't even want to be right.
I mean,
it comes from years of practice.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
When you think about a serial killer, think about a serial killer. He ain't grew up in the household. 9 times out of 10, he ain't grew up in a household full of serial killers. This motherfucker just got it in him to want to be a serial killer. He want to kill and chop up people.
Or he's been traumatized by his upbringing, and he's bottled all that energy.
I know a motherfucker. I know a motherfucker who was a stone cold killer, and his goddamn parents was a great family.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because I got a
great family. I'm like, this motherfucker out here killing the people and burying them in the backyard and shit.
I got a chapter in here called Meet the Killers. I got a chapter in here called Meet the Killers, right? Where I talk about Charles Manson. And what's the other motherfucker? Ted Bundy and the female Aileen Wuornos.
I just said her first too.
Dog. All serial killers, right? So motherfuckers, you know, from a certain standpoint, motherfuckers look and be like, oh, I'm glad them motherfuckers got the death penalty and they don't need to be, you know what I'm saying? But when I was writing this book, I had to be on my shit, because, you know, it's all critics and they'd be like, oh, he got this wrong and he got that wrong. So I had to be on my shit. I did so much research and learned about these people as kids. Like, this nigga Manson whole childhood was fucked up. His mama went to jail when he was 5. You know what I'm saying? For robbing a fucking bank. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was getting molested all his fucking life, dog. Like, going to different boys' homes. How the fuck is he supposed to love anybody? Why should he give a fuck about you or me? You know what I'm saying? He was never shown love.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I really be like, nigga, you just ain't shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably would have been the shit if he would have got love. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. Man. I feel like like I said, I feel like it's both. You feel me? Because listen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got some relatives. I got a fucking cousin. This nigga done killed. But he ain't never getting out. And I know my auntie ain't no motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I know his daddy wasn't no bad nigga. Like, nigga,
some people are just wired wrong.
Yeah.
Really.
He used to fucking kill
cats.
Goes
back to energy too.
The nigga set cats on fire when they was little, when he was a kid. Like, the nigga
them the early signs.
He was like the good son. Like,
and especially in our culture, in our community, it is a lot of undocumented mental illness.
Yeah.
Right.
That could have been helped if Black people would have acknowledged it and said, okay, he or she needs to talk to somebody, or he or she needs some more attention. But people was more so like, nah, they'd be all right. We'll pray about it. Like, you look up, everybody got that person in their family, like that does some crazy shit, but everybody became used to it and just said, oh, you know how they are. You know what I'm saying? When you got a 30-year-old cousin running in the damn circle saying his ABCs, and everybody just like, oh man, you know James be tripping, man. That nigga, that nigga, he all right, man. Go and give him your car keys so he can run to the store and get some milk. Like, I'm not giving that nigga my car keys. Is
Right,
James
it be
supposed
fucked
to
up,
be
man.
driving?
Right.
In our community, like getting help, they look at you like you soft.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers really be needing help and be scared to ask for it, or like you say, a mother could look at her son and be like, fuck that. They gonna talk shit about me if my son be at this, you know what I'm saying, in this mental hospital. Like they be worried about the wrong shit, bro. You worry about helping this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the problems with
between
that
helping
too is not just the mental illness, it's the what if your child has a delay in learning? What if
That
your
too.
child, just
Yeah,
it's a plethora of things
right. But
that
they
go
don't want to.
along with that.
They
That
don't
our
never get the
community,
help though.
right? That they never get the help because they're embarrassed by it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're embarrassed by it,
or embarrassed or don't have the resources. You know what I mean? Because
right?
Yeah, that's true too.
Right, or the resources aren't, or they don't know how to get the resources because they're also afraid to ask for them. Because there are resources, but I have seen so many kids just doing this Zoom shit for school with my son,
Right.
and I'm like, there's no fucking way that this child that you are talking to, your mama in the background telling you, don't fucking ask me for help because your teacher right there. But you sit right
Right.
there too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
It's just I've seen tons of shit that I'd rather not see, especially with little black boys.
Yeah.
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 That is true. That is true.
That shit is just so rough to me. It's rough.
Now that
let
shit be
me
embarrassing.
let me take it
Watching
back to
that
the
shit.
let me reel it back into the topic, because when we're talking about this, and you said the in our community, there's limited resources. People are ashamed to ask for help. I feel like in recent years we have more access to resources now, but it's like conditioned that people don't want to ask for that stuff. So it's a difference in a white community, because I feel like they have the resources, whether it's financially or more know the access, but they tend to enable their children, and they become these
because
grown babies.
they afraid of the same shit we're afraid of. Like they don't want their friends to think their child is retarded. You know what I'm saying? So they ignore them. Them the biggest motherfucking walk up in your school and shoot everybody in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like them motherfuckers need help too. You know what I'm saying? Like get little Johnny some help. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Like, niggas getting bullied.
I think that
shit. He like, I'm killing
in
everybody
both of our
in this
communities.
Yeah, that's something we share.
I
universal.
think in both, and even in both of our communities, we want our families to be perfect. We want our offsprings to be perfect.
Right.
Perfect, that we want them to be viewed perfectly, and then we want to feel like they are perfect because they belong to us.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Word.
So even if with the white community, they do have that access to that.
Right.
But John doesn't want to go with his golf buddies and talk about the fact that his son has autism, because it's embarrassing. Because that means John doesn't work correctly. Because really, that chromosome, that makeup comes from the father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that's their only embarrassment. I don't think it has anything to do with the setbacks that we experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the president. His son, his youngest son, clearly has a mental lag. And I'm not even trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you talking about?
He believes that I'm talking about the baby, the young boy
Baron.
that nobody sees. Baron. Yeah. I believe that he's autistic. He shows signs of autism. So we talking about a white supremacist who believes that he is the perfect specimen. We heard him say, "I'm in perfect health. I'm in great health. I'm like, I'm the greatest. I'm the best," because he doesn't have that many things to express himself with or words. So he doesn't talk about it. It's like he does the same thing. We're gonna sweep it under the rug, just like the Black community. Let's sweep it under the rug. Let's pray about it and let's ignore it, and then we'll figure it out later in life.
And that's the wrong.
After your baby done shot up the school, or your baby done robbed Big Mama down the street. After the bullshit happens, then we want to talk about it.
Right.
Yeah, that's true, man.
I'll tell you one big ass difference though, real quick. Like, okay, you got the white kid, the black kid, both of them fucked up in the head. They might have came from fucked up backgrounds, whatever. So the white kid, he don't get no help for his problems. He killed 50 motherfuckers. He won 25, They like, now they'll be like, okay, let's get him some help. But that black kid, though, they like, fuck him, shoot his motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Shoot them.
Kill those people.
Shoot them or turn him into a modern slave.
Yeah.
Shoot him or turn him into a modern day slave and put him in prison.
Right.
Man.
Don't reform him.
That's funny too, because I saw a clip on it might have been Sean King or D.L. Hughley's page, one or the other. His family called the police on I want to believe it was his dad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he tased him, but he kept coming, and then my man's just shot, and I'm just like, dog, like.
And he clearly was having a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
But you know what though?
Clearly having a nervous breakdown.
You know what? I can't. Of course, I wasn't there, so I can't say what I would have did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that I don't know what for sure happened, but I will say this: if that was my family member, knowing what the temperature is in these streets with these motherfuckers, knowing that my loved one was going through that or whatever was happening, I wouldn't have called the police on
I wouldn't
them.
have called the police.
Because I tell you what, after they shot him, then they said, I told y'all don't use guns.
Like
what the fuck you mean? That's they're trained to use guns. So that's the same way. If you ask me, you damn near did what the Karens do, because the Karens will call the police on a brother and have the police showing up thinking like, oh, their life in danger, so we need to be on 10. You done called them, and now this man comes out and he's obviously going through something. I feel like if he didn't have a gun, if y'all wasn't scared to the point of your life was in danger, shit, at that point, everybody tackle him and sit on his ass.
Right.
And handcuff the motherfucker.
Yeah. Do something.
Or throw some Benadryl in his mouth and sedate his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
But look,
I mean,
it's sad. So look, that's crazy too, because a situation happened a couple months ago, like before Thanksgiving or something, at my parents' house, and my mom come calling me with her, you know, she in panic, and I'm like, what's going on? And she said the police rolled down on my dad with the guns drawn. You know what I'm saying? And she like, well, what is going on? And they like turn to her like, get back. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, well, she like, well, that's my husband. And she said instinctively, she kept walking towards them to check on my dad.
Yeah.
And the cop you step back, man. You feel me? She like, they pointing guns at us and this and this and that. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, that shit could have went so bad. It could have went so bad.
Man.
And my dad is the fucking he's the maintenance manager for the condos that they live in. So he like, you know, the bosses out there, they looking and they all the while they looking for somebody else.
Yeah.
He like, well, didn't you can't you tell by looking at me that I'm not even that age?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, wow.
And yet and still, you got all of these ignorant motherfuckers storming the Capitol.
Right.
Yes.
Hollering that we will not have our freedom taken. Right. And that brings me to this, and then we got to get out of here. But I will say, I will like to tell people, hey, there's a big difference between Capitol and Capital.
Yes.
Okay.
Very big.
There's a big difference. Now, I'm not really judging. I'm not judging like that. I've made the mistake, like in the heat of the moment and typing, and I had to go back, and you might see that, hey, Fatt Father updated his comment.
Yeah.
Because I realized, damn, did my dumb ass just put capital?
Right.
And I was
hey,
supposed to put capital? Like
one time I did a voice status or whatever, and I said, you know,
those are the worst.
I've been the champ. I won't never throw in the towel, and it didn't say towel that you wipe your body with. It said towel.
It said tile.
My man said, hey, you might want to change that. I don't want people to think you just throwing tiles.
Making them bitches in niggas' faces.
Like,
I'll never throw in the
tile, nigga.
The ceramic tile. I'll never throw in the ceramic tile.
Hey, imagine fucking niggas up with big ass pieces of ceramic tile.
Man, no, imagine Korona fucking motherfucker.
She'll be the last woman standing.
The last woman standing indeed, nigga.
God damn.
Yeah.
Game over, motherfucker.
Yo, but
fucked up, dog.
Man, we just really wanna thank our guest, Mr. Charles Lovjoy, for coming through. Man, hold that book up. Hold that book up. Hold that book up so they can see that cover. Y'all, now where could people go and find this book?
Oh, Amazon, you feel me? Amazon.com, man. You can find it. The audio book, you know, it's in all the Audible stores.
Oh, I got a question.
What up, though?
The audio book. Is it your voice?
Yes.
You know it is.
No, I gotta get the audio book. I gotta get the audio.
But
that's what I see.
I get the audio book, definitely. He gonna be on that bitch like, and then little Timmy came with the gun. You feel me?
You feel me? You understand? You understand me? You understand?
That
nigga just killed everybody, nigga.
This is the chapter called "Meet the Killers." You feel me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to put on my commercial Hollywood voice for this one though. You
I
got hood on certain parts.
I need this Charles Lovjoy to be my audio book voice.
Yeah.
I need the audio book.
Just go on and do it and send me a fucking voice memo of you reading the whole book to me, nigga.
I'm gonna give you a link to the shit. I'm still waiting because I got the pre-order hookup jumping off. It officially drops on the 25th. So that's when, like, you know, the audio book gonna be available everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
You should do a hood version of the audio book and just release it yourself.
Yeah.
Just send people the audio.
That bitch like, yes.
Yes,
hey,
dog.
I also want to say something too. I don't know if y'all be watching Instagram videos with my man Spice Adams, and when he got the old school cat character. That's not Lovejoy, but Lovejoy is just young. First of all, his name is Charles Lovjoy. He was destined to be a pimp or a player with that name. But that's, look at, man, listen.
Yeah, no E either. Look, it's just the hard ass. It's just rebellious love. It don't even want the E. It's like, man, get the fuck out of here with that E.
You want to hear some funny shit? Nigga, I researched my name, right? You know, the ancestry shit, right? So most of my niggas is from France. That's why it ain't no E on my shit. It's pronounced Lovjoy.
Man.
Oh, my love.
Hey, on my mama, dog.
Man. Get Zebo. Okay. Hey, but look, no, man.
Hey, I swear, bro.
Hey, but look though, man. For real, man, it was an honor to have you on the show, bro.
Man, I had fun with y'all, man, shooting the shit, man.
You gotta come back, man.
Hey, whenever y'all have me, I'm with it, man. Oh, don't forget the album too, man. Black Sage. I almost forgot about the album.
Yeah.
Sage up too, then, nigga. Do we get a bundle of Sage when we buy the book and the album?
Hey, you know what? I might do a special deal, motherfuckers that buy the book and the album together. I might go on and throw in a bundle of Sage. Yeah. Black Sage.
Not the blue one, though, that smell like ass.
The shitty Sage.
Not the ass Sage.
Not the
ass Sage. We don't want the black ass Sage. We just want the black Sage.
The black Sage, though, that shit smell like weed.
Word.
Black Sage.
I don't mind that.
All right.
I'm so glad.
I don't need a room full of ass though. That's
right.
I need a room full of ass.
I had this little chunk for like 5 months because I don't want to light it. It's gonna be a last resort.
So for everybody out there who tuned in, we appreciate you for tuning in.
Thanks for having me, baby.
Me, Fatt Father, and Jacky B, Miz Korona. Y'all got some goodbyes, some pieces y'all want to say? Any last words of wisdom, or just any fuck yous, anything?
No, fuck you.
All right.
I enjoyed my conversation with Mr. Lovjoy though.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
I just want to say, white people, stop white people. Just
please.
Yeah.
I just want to say,
white.
Hey man, fuck the city of Troy.
Man, first of all, we out.
I'm only telling the truth. I ain't lying. I'm only telling the truth. I ain't lying, homie.